This is Trans Radio Broadcasting Corporation. Inquirer Radio, 990 AM. News, information, entertainment, and public service. DZIQ. Inquirer Radio, 990 AM. Member KBP.
Philippine Standard Time is exactly 8 minutes after 10 a.m.
Init na balita, Victory in Governance and Technology through Information Network. VGATIN. Para sa mga napapanahong usapan, Victory in Governance and Technology through Information Network. VGATIN. Makinig at makisalo sa programang Siksik sa Impormasyon at Bigatin sa Kaalaman. Kasama ang inyong mga kabarkada na sina Den Macaranas, Arnie Barcelo, Angel Bonifacio at Ellison Barcelo. VGATIN Radio. Sa Bigatin, bigatin ka talaga!
Magandang morning! Welcome sa Bigatin!
Good morning, Philippines! And welcome sa isa na naman pong edisyon ng Bigatin ngayong araw po ng Sabado dito sa Inquirer Radio 990 AM. Nako, marami po tayong pag-uusapan ngayong araw po ng Sabado. At syempre para simulan, okay, pansamantala ako muna si Alvin Barcelona, pansamantalang humahalili kay Den Macaranas na may karamdaman ngayon. Syempre, kompleto ang barkada. Arnie, bati ka naman.
Oo nga, wala pala si Den. Pero andito pa rin po kami, ang Bigatin. Alam mo, Alvin,
Yes.
Bigatin or Decalibre, parehas lang, no?
Pareho.
Caliber and
Okay.
and Bigatin. Hindi ko na alam kung nasa Bigatin o sa Calibre. Basta, Bigatin, welcome to Bigatin again. It's Saturday, so we have mga Decalibreng guests.
Decalibring guests because they're from Caliber.
Yan.
Yan.
Yan. So, start na natin.
Okay.
So, tatlo yung...
Pakilala mo muna yung mga guests natin, Arnie.
So, medyo mahaba to. Decalibre nga, no?
Okay.
So, we have here from Caliber, Paul Rivera. He is the founder and CEO of Caliber, the world's first massive open assessment and training platform that gets people jobs and delivers pre-qualified talent at scales to company. Napanood ko yung mga videos na to. Maganda yung kanyang strategy, Marami. May mga celebrity, may job station. It's more on online jobs, assessments, just like that. So, Caliber is also the first Filipino company to be accepted into the Silicon Valley-based incubator program.
That's amazing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sige. Mas exciting to later mamaya sa discussion.
Tanong ngayon pa lang.
Ngayon pa lang. Ito pa. Prior to starting Caliber, Paul was co-founder and president of pioneering BPO company Open Access Marketing, which helps clients such as Mint.com, Friendster, and Stumble Upon scale people operations in Manila. A visionary who believes in making things happen. Pare-pares tayo dito. Magkakasama tayo dito. Ayan. Paul plans to redefine the way people learn and gets jobs in the Philippines and beyond. Okay, friends, mga Decalibreng guests, let us all welcome Mr. Paul Rivera. Hi, Paul.
Hi, good morning.
Ayan, magkakasundo-sundo tayo dahil we have the same vision para sa bayan. Okay, another one. Ako din ba ulit, Alvin?
Sige. I don't have the copy kasi.
Na-amaze si Alvin sa ating mga guest. Ayan, isa pa. We have here, of course, meron tayong startups. So, meron tayong magpa-fund.
Okay.
O pwedeng mag-lend. Okay, we have here from...
To finance yung ano natin.
Yes, we have here from lendo.com.ph. So, we have Miss Erica Aquino. She is she is Lendo's Director of Sales and Marketing. Having been with the company since November 2011, she has spearheaded Lendo's community growth to over 300,000 members in the Philippines alone. 300,000 members.
300,000, that's dami, no?
Dami na. Ayan. Before joining the startup world, she worked in hospitality and financial services and was briefly a college professor too. Oh, may kaparehas na ako
Ganun.
dito.
Can you say from what university?
Yes, University of Asia and the Pacific.
Wow,
Yes.
very good school. Okay, friends, mga kasama natin, mga kabigatin and kabarkada, let us all welcome Erica Aquino.
Ayan,
Hi,
palakpakan
ma'am.
natin siya
Hello,
ulit.
good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Ito, suking-suki na. Isa sa ating friend na talagang he has this passion of promoting startup. At ang laki ng vision nito at kaisa tayo sa vision niya to improve and to promote science and technology in the Philippines.
That's what we need in the country right now. Science and technology.
Yes. Ayan, banggitin na natin, Mr. Earl Martin Valencia. Hi, Earl. Fresh from
Hello, good
morning.
Good morning. Magandang umaga sa lahat ng tagapakinig. Actually, I just got back from Silicon Valley yesterday. So, fresh pa ako, may jet lag pa.
Ayan, oo. Magandang kwentuhan to later, no? Kasi fresh pa ngayong mga...
As
about-
in, kararating mo lang?
Yeah, yesterday 5 a.m. So,
Ano yan? About Idea Space? Or
yeah, it's a couple things, no? It's idea space. It's really how to promote Philippine startups there. At the same time, yung pumunta ako sa Consumer Electronic Show sa Las Vegas. So, it's the largest innovation show in the world. So, interesting talaga. Sobrang.
Ayan.
Ikwento natin mamaya.
Yes, ibababa natin yan later dito sa atin naman. Ayan, Alvin ako, nagbitbit ako ng makakasama natin.
Is this your students?
Yep. These are all graduating students.
Ang gaganda
and-
pala ng mga estudyante mo, Ma'am Arnie.
Mga bata pa.
Ano?
These are
Mana
the...
sa professor.
Okay, thank you. These are our future leaders. And sila yung pwedeng, we'll have this mentor and mentee, no? So these are all your mentors or, di ba, mga coaches. And this will be our inspiration. So, mga kabigatin ulit. Let us hear from the UST students, fourth year from the College of Engineering. Hi, good morning. Ayan sila.
So, are they here to help us, Arnie, discuss yung topic natin for the
Pwede
Saturday?
rin. And then we will be asking them also of yung their dreams and their plans after graduation. Ano ba sila? Mag-i-employ ba sila? Or they would be starting their startups or businesses. Ayan.
Okay, so let's start.
Okay.
It's 15 minutes after 10 a.m. Ayan, so discuss na natin.
Sama kayo ha. Magtatanong
Kung
tayo.
may mga tanong, huwag kayong mahiyang magtaas ng kamay. Ayan. Okay.
Okay.
So, let's start with yung ano natin muna, yung ano to, yung job
Caliber.
station, job station.
Ayan, Caliber. Pero let's start from Paul. Kasi na-inspire ako doon yung sa business model mo. It's actually unique siya, no? It makes sense. So, the way you get people and then you train them, then deploy it. Maganda yung business model niya. How did you start with the concept? Paano nag-start ang Caliber?
Sure. I'm originally from the Philippines, but I grew up in San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Okay.
Before coming back to Manila, I was working in Silicon Valley. I was working
okay.
at Google.
Okay.
And in 2007, I came back to the Philippines to start my own BPO. As I think everyone knows, BPO, business process outsourcing, is now one of the biggest contributors to the Philippine
Yeah.
success
Yes.
story. It employs over 1 million people today. And in
Actually,
2000
it's the top employer in the country today.
Correct.
BPO companies here.
Correct. And from my perspective, it is creating the emerging Filipino middle class. When you look at the Philippines 10 or 15 years ago, we didn't really have a middle class. You had rich and poor. Now you have hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of young people who have the spending capacity and the desire to stay in the Philippines to get good jobs. So I came back to the Philippines in 2007 to access this talent, to start my own BPO, and to help companies in Silicon Valley, like Mint.com, like Friendster, access the talent pool here so that they could grow their companies faster and more effectively.
I'm sorry, Paul. Your company, is that is it pretty much like headhunters here in the Philippines?
Open Access was a BPO.
BPO.
So it was while building that company, we employed over 300 people, that I was inspired to start Caliber. The story that inspired me were the young college graduates
Mhm.
who would apply for my entry level jobs but did not have the right skills to be
Okay.
employed.
Mhm.
And I remember them crying and begging in my office for a job,
Mhm.
and I couldn't get them a job because I was not designed to train people
Mhm.
on
Okay.
skills. I was designed to employ people who
Mhm.
already had the right skills.
So this inspired you,
Okay.
this thing that happened, or this experience
And
with
and it
those
happened many
unqualified.
times.
Okay.
And it wasn't just college graduates; it was also high school graduates
Mhm.
and college dropouts. So they all would show up in my office. They would all interview, and they would all fail because they had issues with pronunciation. They
Okay.
didn't know how to use a computer beyond Facebook.
Mhm.
Okay.
They didn't know how to interview well. And I felt all of these skills could be developed if someone gave them the opportunity.
That's
to.
right.
And if they have
Definitely.
these skills, then they can begin to enter the fastest growing part of the Philippine economy.
That's right.
So it was really the people that I encountered, hundreds of people that, a lot of them cried in my office in front of me, that inspired me to change, to try to change this, because I would think if these young people don't get the jobs that I'm creating, what sort of jobs will they get, right? They will
Exactly.
end up most likely underemployed, so college degree, working as a Jollibee worker, or maybe they'll end up as an OFW. I think the talent that we have here should stay in the Philippines so that we can really strengthen our economy and continue our progress towards economic development.
You know, that's true. I have a lot of classmates in college that they didn't end up, getting a job from what they studied at college. I mean, they ended up being sales ladies at malls. So that's sad.
It's sad
That's sad.
because you know how much the sales ladies at the malls make.
Exactly.
And this is not, the Philippines is not necessarily that. If you're making 8,000 pesos a month, that's very, very difficult.
And you have no
to
security
survive.
of tenure because after 6 months, it's either you get regulated or not. So
Yeah, and that's another issue that I really dislike.
that's gonna be another
Yeah, another show.
Another show.
Actually,
Okay.
the problem is not unemployment, no? It's job mismatch.
Job mismatch,
That's right.
underemployment.
Yeah.
Underemployment.
I think the government's agency, the Department of Labor and Employment, has this program to match the talents that we have here in the Philippines and the jobs that we have available. But unfortunately, some of the jobs that we have available are unfilled because of it's either those who are qualified for the jobs go abroad because they're paying much well there, or they're not qualified here.
Yeah. The BPO industry has a slogan now, and it's called "Work Abroad,
Mhm.
Live Here." So the jobs that traditionally
Okay, yes,
Filipinos would seek
Mhm.
abroad are no longer there. They're actually here. And when you
Dito
look
na,
at
oh.
when you look at the global world, two forces have really transformed the world in the last 10 years. Number one is technology. Number two is outsourcing.
Okay.
And what that means is these kids that are here with us, these young engineers, can now compete for a job with someone in Silicon Valley.
Yes.
Right?
Borderless.
That's what technology and outsourcing does.
Yeah.
So a third world country like the Philippines
Mhm.
can now compete with anyone around the world because that technology gap is closed.
Yeah.
And it's now all about your skills that you can do, because your work can be done on the computer.
And that's because of your company as well.
Well, we're riding that wave,
Mhm.
and what our company wants to be able to
Mhm.
do is to continue to bridge the gap between education and employment, so young people have the right skills and they
Mhm.
can be matched with the best jobs, and that's what our technology is focused on, and our company is
I'm not sure.
focused on.
Hindi ko pa narinig, Arnie, na may ganitong kumpanya dito sa Pilipinas. Is your company like a what do you call that? Is this the first in the Philippines?
I would say this is definitely the first in the,
The first.
Philippines, one of the first in the world, because what we're aiming to do is use technology
Mhm.
to solve a very, very big problem
Mhm.
that I think traditional schools can't fix on their own,
Mhm.
and companies cannot fix on their own. Think of us as the bridge. The companies
That's right.
have the jobs. The companies know what skills they need their employees to have.
Mhm.
Schools are designed to educate people at mass scale.
Mhm.
They may not move fast enough to teach people the skills that an Accenture or a Convergys needs.
Mhm.
So what we want to be able to do is work with companies to reverse engineer their job descriptions to identify the skills and traits that you need to qualify for that job,
Mhm.
and
Okay.
give job seekers a platform to qualify for the job by testing and learning online. So it's no longer a resume, it's no longer an interview that you need. It's what skills can you demonstrate
Mhm.
on our platform
It's
that
like
allows you to
it's
do
pretty
the
much
job.
like exposing the people to the actual job.
Yes.
That's right.
The actual job and what you would actually do on the job. The
Exactly.
actual tasks that you would do.
Is this like a simulation of the jobs that you have available?
Exactly. So that's the best way to actually test someone is through simulations of what they would do on the job. So if you were gonna apply to be a radio host,
Mhm.
right? Doing an interview is not the best way to actually identify if they're a good radio host.
Mhm.
Doing a simulated radio
That's
show
right.
would be able to do it. And
You
would
have to
wanna-
ask them to read scripts, read out news items.
And speaking of voice like this,
Okay.
You have to
it is-
modulate.
yeah, it is like streamlining the complexities of job applications.
yeah, because it's often from the job
Yep.
seeker's perspective
Mm-mm.
very opaque. They don't know what the process is.
Yeah.
They don't know what the interview is going to be like. They don't know what skills they need.
Skills.
So in the BPO industry, only 8% of people get the job. 8%. So 92% fail, right?
And
So-
mostly those who get the job are those who have previous experience from BPOs as well.
Yes, or they interview very, very well,
Mhm.
or they speak English very well because they had some
BPO
some
call center.
some way to practice that English ability.
Mhm.
Okay.
But I feel that 92% is the talent that we need to tap.
Actually, Paul, this topic is a topic close to my heart because I was with a BPO company as well previously, but that was a long time ago. So more or less, I have an idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because some recruitment agencies or some BPOs here, they interview you, they ask you questions, and then but they don't go beyond training, exposing them exactly to what the jobs are going to be asking from you.
Correct.
Mhm.
Correct.
Okay. Arnie,
Okay.
do you have any questions?
So, having said that, having a business or having trained people, what will be the next? Of course, funding.
Funding, yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
We'll now have Lendo.
Okay.
Hi, Erica. Erica, let's talk about your program in Lendo. So, what's the model? What is your inspiration?
Hmm.
Sure. Paul mentioned here that he's catering essentially to the emerging middle class.
Yeah.
Young people, BPO workers, people who have that dispensable income. Actually, we're catering to that market as well. One big problem that we are trying to address is really the lack of access to credit or good financial education by Filipinos in general. I'm sure the students here, do you know what the difference is between mutual funds or a savings account, or do you know what types they are?
Nice
things
question.
like that. so those are things.
Recitation.
So those are the things that we don't necessarily have access to, and we don't want people to mismanage their funds as well. So
Okay.
at Lendo, we promote we do credit scoring based on your social network. Okay, yes. So
I'm sorry. How do you do that?
there is an algorithm by our data scientists who are based in New York. They
Okay.
look at huge pieces of data that people provide us openly, and from there they can gauge whether a person, how creditworthy a person is, basically. So, let's say for instance, I pay my loans on time. I share this much information about myself, and from there, Lendo can give me a score that, and I can borrow money from Lendo at an amount that's recommended to us by what we call our algorithm and our human interface.
Okay.
Yes. So,
It's another way of investigating your profile,
Yeah.
no?
Yes,
Because
that's-
previously we have like background check if you were lending
background
from
check.
from the bank, but now you have like credit score
actually,
system.
we can do it faster. What we do, everything is done online, so it's really convenience on the part of the customers. So they don't have to leave their office, they don't have to leave their homes. They go online, lendo.com.ph. They sign in, connect their Facebook accounts, and then they fill out an application form that takes about 10 minutes, and we aim to arrive at the credit decision within 1 business day. So that's it. Then they get the funds in their bank account. So it's
This
really
is
quite
open
easy.
for BPO employees.
Yes, this is open for BPO employees. Any employed individual basically.
Do you have like any requirements? Like, do they have to have like they've been in their current work right now for a year, or
No, not necessarily. We do ask for certain documents if if we feel that the information isn't consistent. Like for instance, they say, let's say their Facebook profile says Paul Rivera, but their Lendo profile says John Paul Rivera. So we kind of have to verify. We have to do our own little investigation.
Okay.
So we ask for minimal documents, very minimal. So it should be quite easy for individuals. So that's why we've grown
Okay.
a lot since.
I don't know if you can answer this in public, but what's the minimum and the maximum you can get
A
for,
loan
in
for-
terms of
okay.
loans?
Ang pinakamaliit po is 2.5. Okay. The maximum amount is up to 1 month's salary or 43,000, whichever is lower. Now, we don't want people drowning in debt.
yeah.
That's our main. That's our mission. We don't want people drowning in debt. We don't want them to be in that spiral of debt, but rather we want them to build their borrow money, build their credit score, build their Lendo score, and in the future get access to better funds, better financial instruments, and things like that. Yeah.
So on a minimum, you should have your Facebook account,
Facebook
Twitter,
account,
LinkedIn.
Yes, your social networks. If you're active in your social networks, that's great. If you're not, please don't create one.
Just for the sake of
Yes, no. Be as
Okay.
truthful as possible. You have to be employed. You have to have a bank account. Those are the minimum requirements.
How about a credit card account? Do they
No,
have to
you
have
don't
to
need a
have?
credit card account.
Because
for
in the
that.
U.S., what they do is they to build up their credit
Yes,
scores.
yes,
They get credit cards, and that what they do is they use it and they pay that in time. So they build up a good credit score.
Yes, that's exactly the same principle. Only here you don't need a credit card. So
Not
you
anymore.
you borrow money from Lendo. We may start small. Again, we may start small, and then we can build up. If you pay your loan back on time every time, we can pay. We can probably give you a better
Okay.
amount the next time you borrow.
For those who are listening right now in the BPO industry, payment options. How do you pay your loan from Lendo?
So we do ADA. ADA if you are from certain banks, and if ever we also do bills payment on over certain
I'm sorry,
banks.
what's ADA?
Sorry, auto debit arrangement over your
okay.
salary account. So on your paydays, we can automatically deduct if you authorize us to. Just have to fill out the form at the bank. So it's
okay.
really convenient.
Do
for a lot of
they?
people.
I mean, do you like get the credit or the bank account or the card or bank card? of
No,
the-
We don't get the physical card. Hindi po kami yung mga pumipili sa ATM.
Kasi
na
di ba
maraming-
merong mga ganong mga
Opo,
lending
meron po,
companies,
meron po.
All
Hindi po kami
online.
ganun.
kinukumpiska
Fully
yung
online.
card.
Hindi po,
So
hindi
they don't have any choice. What happens is yung mga lending companies na nagwi-withdraw
Opo.
dun sa bank account nung lender, and then yung natitira, yun ay bibigay dun
Ay,
sa
hindi po kami
Ah,
ganun.
okay. Very
So what
good.
we do, your ATM is yours. That's yours. That's your money to spend. And what we do is you can authorize us to
Auto-debit.
to auto-debit, or you can pay us through bills payment.
Ayun. Kasi what happens is pag auto debit, if I'm not mistaken
Yes.
if you have a bank account and you get payday, syempre may pera yung yung ATM card mo.
Yes.
Automatic mababawas doon.
Yes.
Of course if you allow if the lender allows the
Yes,
lender
there should
to
be there should be
Automatic
yes,
debit
an
na
explicit
doon.
may signature po yan. So we don't take money from your bank account without you authorizing us to. Okay.
Hindi nyo
so,
kinukuha yung yung
hindi
PIN.
po. hindi po. Nako po. And please sa mga
Kasi I find
please
that
avoid
notorious
Yes, please avoid
Diba?
that. To all the listeners out there, please avoid that. Ayun. So
Okay, we will be trying that
Give away
later.
your pin.
don't give away your PIN. Exactly.
Okay.
Ayan. Okay na. Meron na pala tayong pupuntahan pag kailangan natin sa mga BPO.
Especially mga BPO
Yes.
employees. Kasi sometimes, yung iba may mga pangarap magpagawa ng bahay, di ba? And I think they have the capacity, if they think they have the capacity to pay up, no, why not?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Sabi nga nila, if you want to build something or do something, the best time is now.
And
Diba?
to start small, actually,
Okay.
to do baby steps towards a bigger goal. So, yeah.
Mhm. All right.
Okay.
It's 30. Okay, go ahead, Arnie.
10:33 na.
Okay.
Alvin, baka may mga gusto sa ating mag-text.
Ayun. If you wanna text us, text in your questions,
Yep.
maybe opinions, comments about the program, at saka yung mga guests namin. Text hotline is 0919-290-9646. Or you can call us. Sabihin nyo lang yung tanong nyo, 519-1875 hanggang 76. You can also, of course, your questions through our Facebook and
Facebook
Twitter account.
account.
Yan, Radio Inquirer 990@yahoo.com. Ayan. And for those who want to watch us, yung mga magaganda naming guests dito sa studio, please, ayan, we have a live video streaming through our website, www.ustream.tv/channel/DZIQ. Okay.
Ayan. Pagbalik natin,
Pagbabalik natin, baka may mga tanong yung mga estudyante mo, di ba?
oo.
Mga
Balikan
interest-
natin ang Idea Space.
Idea
Sir,
Space,
At ang ating mga nag-submit ng entry sa Idea Space.
Okay, Philippine Standard Time is 34 minutes after 10 a.m.
Inquirer Radio. This is Inquirer Radio. 990 AM. 990 AM. Monday to Friday, 5:30 till 7 in the evening. Providing you hot and controversial issues of the day. Discussing different anomalies in the community. And giving you fearless but fair judgment in criticizing the irregularities of our society. All these and more on Partners. Together with Jay Donis and Chito De La Vega. On Inquirer Radio, 990 AM. We give you not just first-hand news. We bring you to where it is happening as it happens. Fast, factual, comprehensive information. Balanced and fearless views. Fair commentaries. Entertainment. Public service. This is DZIQ Inquirer Radio 990 AM. May problema ba sa car insurance mo? Kailangan mo ng matinding serbisyo? Dito ka na sa Ants Insurance Agency. Serbisyo garantisado. Tawag agad sa telephone number 374-8900.
A perfect place for relaxation. You can choose from among an array of room designs depending on your mood. You can expect privacy, security, comfort, and convenience. Hotel Sogo is affordable and offers great services. Secured parking, 24-hour food and beverage service, and free Wi-Fi. Relax only at Hotel Sogo. Have a worry-free experience? Come at Hotel Sogo. So clean, so good. Feel and experience.
May bibilin ka ba? Baka naman may gusto kang ibenta. Log on na sa vigatintrade.com. Nasa internet na, nasa radyo pa. Basta bigatin, bigatin ka talaga. Naghahanap ka ba ng magandang pasyalan? Gusto mo bang magkaroon ng maraming friends? Join na sa pinakabagong social networking site, vigatin.com, ang photo sharing site ng Pilipinas. Upload na! Vigatin talaga! Are you looking for the hottest gadgets, the latest fashion accessories, the most sumptuous buffets, or the best travel packages? BeGottenDeals.com offers unbelievable deals, promotions, and discounts that will let you live more for less. Bargain hunting online has never been this fun, easy, and...
Magandang morning! Welcome sa Bigatin.
Ang galing mo naman.
I'm at a payphone trying to call home. All of my change I spent on you. Where have the
All right, and we are back.
it's all
You're still listening to Bigatin over Inquirer Radio 990 AM. It's already 37 minutes after 10 a.m. That's our Philippine Standard Time. Ayan hindi Pinoy time.
it's even harder.
Alright, balik po tayo sa ating mga guests. Arnie,
Ayan. Idea Space tayo ngayon.
Idea Space. Oo.
So, we have here the president and CEO of Idea Space Foundation.
Ang karating lang ng Pilipinas.
Oh, may jet lag.
Hello.
pa siya. Hello, Earth!
Jet lag
Kamusta?
pa.
Nice to be here again.
Mm-mm. Sabi mo, marami tayong fresh na pagkakwentuhan galing from California.
Yeah, actually, I just got back yesterday from 2 weeks, both in San Francisco, Silicon Valley. But then the highlight really was when I went to the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. And the objective really, yung goal sana natin is how do we think about new technology and then share it to the Philippines, no? Because what we think is the future is actually present already. So that's what I saw kunyar sa Consumer Electronics Show. So the big kind of trends that we see now is the kind of the convergence between connectivity, hardware, and software.
Okay.
So what does that mean? No? So kunyari the big trend is mga wearables or connected devices. Another big trend is mga drones or robots.
Yeah.
No? So you think kaya actually it's funny because I worked on the drones mga 10 years ago for the US government.
Really?
And now it's commercial, no? It's now commercial drones. So, these things that you see in sci-fi sometimes is real. Now you can connect your information. Now you can figure out, where you are at a given point in time. And people want to share that data so that they get just better information.
That's true.
Right? So parang what we think kasi is a paradigm shift that I see. No? How do we then get more information by giving more information? So I don't know kung gaano katagal yung pupunta sa Philippines, but we see that as a seed or an emerging thing. And then hardware is back. I mean, Google nga bought Nest last week. That was the big news when I was in San Francisco. And you think mga hardware is not, but then how do you converge now hardware and software platforms to give kind of the physical reality and virtual reality into one experience?
Meron akong napanood, yung si Kara, yung drone, yung robot, na yung robot, it has the emotion of human talaga. Then the way you test it is to trigger his emotional side.
Saan yan? Yung iba yung sa Japan?
Kara.
Yeah, I mean, yun nga eh. I mean, the robotics industry, it seems parang play industry lang before. But now they're really trying to find new applications for it. It started with kind of cleaning your room. That was CES maybe 5 years ago when I was there. But now it's really like they're starting out with this drone. Amazon just launched something on kind of how to deliver packages through drones, no? But there, the first application people see is yung mga aerial shots, yung mga may camera for agriculture, it's for other things. So that's now the possibility for, especially the students here, no, na nakikinig dito, is if that is real, what are the new technologies, applications you can build on these technologies that is now available for you.
How can you make that useful in our everyday life?
Especially connected to the Philippine problems.
Exactly.
No,
diba, sabi mo, mga maps, di ba? I'm not sure, pero ang impression ko, Philippines is still predominantly agriculture country.
Lagi naman.
Diba? O kaya, marami tayo ditong sa bansa na yung mga especially tayo, mga calamity-prone area, di ba?
Yes,
why not
yes.
gamitin itong mga drones na to?
So, yun nga, sabi
Save
ko nga,
lives.
as Paul was saying, is that especially for the, current and future innovators, you start with the need of your community, and then typically you'd actually find that technology just complements to solve the need. No, rather than the reverse na, you just look at technology and then build it without knowing what you're building it for. But dito, talagang, pag nakita mo yun, pwede to sa agriculture, pwede to sa calamity, pwede to sa mga ibang mga lugar na problema
natin. So your
natin.
experience, especially with the students here, how do you start the process? How do you mean? Do you have...
So for ideation, so what I see is that most ideas come from connections, no? Typically from your own personal need, on a need that's very someone close to you, or a community close to you. And then eventually, how do I think about if technology can actually solve that need? And a good example is one of the startups that I funded was a queuing system. Kasi they're in school and then they wait half a day to pay for their tuition or get their grades. So they said, why can't I make a system so that hindi na tayo pumila? It's so basic, but then that solved a need. And then they didn't think about, let's build a queuing system and figure it out. No? Sabi nila, kasi 4 hours ako pumila nung student ako, but di pwedeng gawin yun ngayon.
So first, identify a need.
Identify a need,
To you.
and then
Absolutely.
figure out the technology, and then if you know the technology, well, typically technology and your team is essential. Kasi you can think about the need, pero kung wala naman gagawa ng technology, paano na?
Yeah.
diba?
And then, of course, how to sustain it. So, that's the right way
That's
to pitch
the sustain.
in.
Oh, so honestly, yung 4 questions na yon, that's the same pitch to Ideaspace, same pitch to other VC firms. Standard. All they want to know is,
Need.
ano ba talaga yung ginagawa nyo? Sinong bibili nito? Right? Paano kayo kikita para hindi kayo mawala ng, ng business next year, 2 years from now, that you have sustainability. Yun lang naman ang tinitingnan ng mga VC. Tsaka kung may team kayo na talagang, committed sa mission nyo.
And you can do that for 5 minutes. So, you present
5
your
minutes
need.
lang. Oo.
Yeah, the
So, ganun lang yun.
solution,
Parang,
sustain.
actually, si Paul here is one of the master pitchers I've seen in a long time. So, you can even ask him.
Mag-apprentice na kami sa kanya. Ayun. Okay, so that's the way we do it, no? So, we have to have the need first. Identify
Correct.
the needs.
Correct.
Actually, hindi madali mag-identify ng needs. May practice ba dyan? May kailangan bang course? Para,
Yeah, well, it's funny because there's no the real course is the course of life, diba?
Okay.
I mean, you look around, you observe. Yun lang naman honestly, it's about seeing what I call is the invisible, no? You just have to look and then you realize that there's so much problems in the world that then just pick one that's close to your
Or
heart.
you can ask,
Ayan.
di ba?
And then after that, you confirm by asking the people who are the potential customers that you might have in the future.
If they have problems, you can ask them, ano bang problema dito, di ba? Okay, how can they improve yung nila, productivity, nandito, agriculture, or maybe something else, di ba? Just ask, di ba?
Oh, ayan na.
Ayan.
Ayan, tinanong ko yun for my students.
Ayan.
And let's hear it from the side of the students. So after having heard our guest, tanong
Question
kayo.
sila, may question.
Oh, sige.
Please,
tanong kayo.
lapit kayo dun sa mic
Ayan.
para
Go,
marinig ko yung
Maria.
mga question nyo.
Okay. Maria, how about your applications? Kasi after the discussion, sabi niya, need and then agricultural country tayo. What can you do for our country? Anong application ang pinopromote nyo? Or
May grade
pinoproduce?
to, may grade
May
to.
grade. Maganda yan. Okay. Sige, go, Maria.
Record.
Sige.
Okay.
Siguro kasi, di ba,
Anong application?
nung
What's the
kailan lang,
Oo.
yung sa Yolanda.
Okay.
So, nagbaha, ganyan and all. Naisip namin, why not? Kasi nahirapan yung communication from there to here. Eh, nandito yung rescue or whatever. Yung
Okay.
needs nila is nandito, malayo from them.
Mm.
Paano mamamonitor sila from here?
Okay.
Actually, yung MMDA, syempre may CCTV cameras, ganyan.
Okay, that's the resources.
Yeah, resources.
My needs. Okay.
Pero naisip namin is, why not put it in the internet? So,
Okay.
online monitoring siya. And then, why not put flood sensors? So, makikita mo kung paano yung level, mamamonitor mo siya. Habang tumataas siya, then nakikita mo at the same time, yung live, yung site, anong nangyayari sa kanila. Parang ganun siya,
Mhm.
yung concept.
Alam mo kasi ang problema doon, when that happened, communication was wiped out, di ba? Electricity,
Everything.
cell phone service, everything was unavailable. Kaya
Yes.
there was a problem with communication from there dito sa national government.
Yes.
So, sat phone
maybe
na
you
kailangan.
can pwede. Sat phone ba? Ano ba?
Diba?
Pwede.
Meron sila doon. Gamit nila. Anyway, ano yung, diba, you're asked to put it in 10 words only. So, yan yung challenge sa pag-create ng propose ng mga startup, no? Ayan, 10 words. It's the
Traffic and flood monitoring. Traffic and flood monitoring website using IP camera and flood sensors.
ayan. So that's their application.
Ganon.
Okay siya. Tamang-tama. Sabi ko nga sa kanila, you benchmark with Tudlo ME and the NOAA project, the project NOAA of DOST. So that,
Ayan.
para talaga mas
Oo,
gaganda
tama.
pa siya.
Kasi,
Ayan.
although NOAA is a very good idea and technology, nakausap ko yung mga taga NOAA. Well, we had a meeting with the NOAA people from UP. And ang ano nila doon kasi yung lalo na yung mga ano nila, yung mga scenarios nila, yung mga models nila. Parang too late eh. Ibig sabihin, they have these models, but normally when they finish computing all of the scenarios, all of the crunching all those numbers, tapos na yung calamity eh. Ganon eh. So what happens is that yung preparations nila hindi appropriate dun sa actual calamity. So at least now we have like an extreme model from Yolanda. So at least we have a scenario where this is the worst that we can experience here in for example in Tacloban, di ba? So if there's anything pretty much like close to that magnitude like Yolanda, they have the model already existing. So ganun ang problema dun sa Project Noah. Ayun lang, na-share ko lang.
Anyway, okay, let's have it from
Other students.
other applications. Yeah,
Sabihin niyo yung pangalan niyo para ma-acknowledge ng mga yun on air.
Hi, Mommy. Good to your parents.
Hello everyone. Good morning. I am Christian. So my application is also about Yolanda. So our focus is more on locating the missing people because through those incidents, a lot of people have been finding their relatives, their families, and they are clueless on what is happening. So our app focuses on looking on them. We can also integrate one of our latest technologies that we have. So one of it is a survivor check-in feature, which is it is a public feature wherein people can upload photos of those relatives and friends, descriptions, contacts, and any related details regards to that person. Then another thing is that a problem that occurs on Yolanda, on Tacloban, is the crime rate. Because people have been taking advantage of those.
They were looting.
Yeah, they were looting. Because of those destroyed markets, they tend to get those vegetables. So we also integrated security monitoring system, which features also a public feature na tawag dito. You can also upload the photos to descriptions, and an administrator will validate if it's a good reason or not. Okay.
Yeah, at least may filtering. Okay, may filtering of information.
Yeah, filtering of information.
At least it addresses one or two problems that we encountered from our experience from Yolanda, di ba?
Yes.
Okay.
Ayan.
Anybody else?
Okay. How about your applications or your thesis? Actually, alam mo, Alvin, Paul, Erica, and Earl, ang gaganda ng mga thesis ng mga estudyante. In the university, usually the innovations or the researches are placed on shelves lang or sa ating mga libraries or on a CD or na-bookbind lang siya. But my inspiration for having them here is, and then meeting these people, is to add in a model sa thesis or during the thesis project, may isang step to put it in a startup. So there's a missing link. So in every project, there should be, after the presentation, there should be an entity that would support them. So yun. So that's why I bring them here.
Okay.
Okay. Other applications. Sige. Okay. Ano yung mga ginawa nyo sa thesis nyo na pwede nating ma-promote, gawin siyang startup?
Hello po.
Mahihain.
Yung sa thesis po namin, by the way po, I'm Aya Laniton, and yung isa ko pong grupo is si Ray Ferraris po.
It's about,
It's about po, kasi po, ako po naging regular po ako na sumasakay ng LRT.
Okay,
Tapos
maganda to.
sa LRT 1 po, normally po pag umaga, pag rush hour, sobrang dami pong tao. Tapos, di ba po meron po silang rule na bawal pong mag-step sa yellow line po. Yung parang edge po siya. Kasi po, syempre nakakatakot, baka nga po. Kasi
maitulak ka, may kagalit ka sa likod, di ba? Tulak ka.
Syempre po pag rush hour, sobrang intense po yung mga tao. So, yun po minsan napapasobra po. Tapos naisip po nung team namin na why not make po ng alarm system po para dun sa yellow line. So, parang gumawa po kami ng pressure pad po na parang pag natapakan po siya, mag-a-alarm po ng
Akala ko kukuryentehin eh.
Yun nga din po yung sabi nila.
Kasi pa kuryente baka nalaglag din.
Kasi po, yun nga po, sobrang makulit nga po yung mga tao. So, yun po yung naisip namin.
Si Ray, si teammate. What else that you can add?
Good morning. I am Ray Ferraris. ka-member ko po si Ayla Niton. Yun nga po, the need that we identified where we based our thesis on was yun nga, yung policy ng LRTs, ng mga train stations. Even though they have the same policy, parang minamalit po siya ng mga tao. So that's why hindi po siya parang pinaprioritize ng mga passengers. Even though na yung policy na yun is concentrated on their safety as well. So what we did was we built a pressure pad. It was only a DIY, do-it-yourself pressure pad. What we planned is that we put the pressure pad on top of the yellow line or the red line of train stations, and then the function is that whenever passengers step on the pressure pad, a buzzer will emit sound, indicating that it's not allowed to step on that area of the platform. And then we also integrated a motion sensor on each end of the station, so that it would indicate na if ever na parating na yung tren, and then the first motion sensor detects the train, then an LED strip attached to the front of the pressure pad will emit light indicating that the train is already arriving on the station, para hindi na sumisilip yung mga pasahero pag ano. And then there's also a second motion sensor attached on the other end of the station, so that pag nag-come to a full stop na yung tren, magde-deactivate na, pag na-detect na po siya ng second motion sensor, magde-deactivate na po yung pressure pad and the LED and the buzzer as well, so that passengers can safely board the train without any disturbance. And
so that's technology combined with the need, no? Ayan, o, diba? Ang discussion nila, it's quite, diba, technical sensors. Pero they begin with the problem. Marami pa yan na yung, it's the mobile application that would tell you kung the train will arrive on time, mga sensor ng pagdating. Anyway, ayan, so we, Alvin, we have here text questions.
Ayun, meron tayong text question. Okay, sige, unahin mo na ako susunod.
Ayan, to Caliber. Yan, where is your office and how much is the placement fee? From Bon of Caloocan.
Our office is in Makati, and we actually don't generate a placement fee.
Okay.
Okay.
Anong kailangan niya daw gawin?
So, he just needs to sign up to our site. It's beta.caliber.com.
Okay.
And for a job seeker, it is free for him to use.
I've seen your website. You have a demo there, right?
Yeah, demo there. Yeah.
So if you don't have any clue how to do that, you have a demo, so you can just click on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Bon, just open www.caliber.com. KALIB.
Okay. Another text message. Erwin po ng Malabon, magkano po ang interest ng loan sa Lendo? Ayan.
Again, it depends po on the credit score. So, interest rates range from 0.99 up to 2.99% add-on per month.
Ayun. Saka depende yan sa algorithm.
Yes.
We call that algorithm.
Algorithm,
So, social network. Ang galing nga, ang galing. Believe ako
It eliminates the guesswork kapag may algorithm ka, di ba?
Exactly.
And another question is, how to become a member of Caliber, Martin? Do you have a membership?
Yeah, as a job seeker, just go to our website.
That's it.
Oh, halos lahat ngayon online.
How convenient.
Meron pa.
So go to the website.
Ayan. Madami tayong questions eh. Ano-ano po ang mga requirements para makapag-loan sa Lendo? Thanks. Jessica of Quezon City.
Hi, Jessica. So you just have to be employed, okay? And you will have to have a bank account. So anything that comes with a bank account and being employed, PIN, SSS. And you need 3 character references, people who can say that you are a good payer. That's basically all you need. A Facebook account, an active Facebook account. That's what you need.
So somebody you have lent money from before?
Oh, somebody. Okay, yes. So we.
Maybe a boss, maybe a team lead.
yes, exactly. Or a family member also, that would be good. Yes.
Okay. Dapat makapag-build ka ng credibility mo over your
Yes.
social network.
Yes,
Dapat.
definitely.
How do you do that? Parang
Galing
ano,
na.
how do you build credibility over the social
Well, okay, be careful what you post, first of all.
Okay.
Students.
Ano pinupost?
Please don't post drunk pictures of
Yeah,
yourself.
I didn't realize that.
That's not just for Lendo, but for
employment.
Exactly. So just be careful on what you post. Same thing. If you are kung isa-set up ka sa blind date, what's the first thing that you do? You look up their profile on Facebook. You look for them on Google. It's basically the same concept that that we follow. Yeah.
Do you have access to the database of NBI? For example, you have a criminal case or anything?
No. But we do have access to some of the credit bureaus here.
Okay.
Ayan.
Meron ba tayong credit bureau dito?
Di
ba yung from the banks?
May
mga ganun?
CMAP, may
Okay.
CIBI, mga ganun po.
And that's, information from among the banks, di ba? They
Opo.
share information.
Opo. Yes.
Yun. Ayan, so
Marami sana akong tanong eh. Nalulugi ba sila sa what if?
Hindi, actually, we can extend 5 minutes. Sige, go.
Di ba?
Oh, pwede.
Ayun.
Wala namang
So
next
may
program.
experience ba kayo na hindi nagbayad
Mm-hmm.
or they built the credibility na fabricated?
Okay, kung fabricated, madedetect rin naman namin yan. Like, you can lie about one thing in your life, but you can't lie about everything. Like, for instance, on my Facebook profile, let's say I went to UST, I am a professor, and I have this. That's my profile. The algorithm would assume that I would have some friends from UST and some friends who are my co-professors as well. Now, kung nakita ng algorithm na parang teka muna, parang walang taga UST dito then that's another red flag. So but there have been instances, but really majority of our members pay on time every time. May liability rin po sila sa mga character references po nila.
I am interested about the algorithm. Ang galing yung crawling ng
What do you mean?
data.
You have like guarantors then from?
No, we don't have guarantors, but let's say you vouch for someone on Lendo. What happens is if they pay their loans on time every time, your Lendo score would go up.
Okay.
Okay, and if likewise, if you don't pay your loans on time, it could affect their Lendo score negatively. And
Even
it
if
could,
it's not your loan.
yeah, because you vouched
You
for the
vouched for the
person.
person,
You vouched for the person. You said, okay, this person's reliable when in fact he's not. So, that's the concept there.
I'm just curious. Do you have collectors as well?
We do have a collections department, but we don't.
You don't go to
no.
the houses.
Yeah.
Knock on your door.
Yeah.
Kasi there are notorious collection agencies kasi they
Anyway.
pinapahiya pa yung
If let's say a member doesn't there are circumstances that don't allow a member to pay, they can work with us. They just have to tell us ahead of time.
Okay, very good. Because some banks, what they do is they write it off and then they pass it to collection agencies, and then they have their own they have their own ways of collecting from borrowers.
we want to be ethical, definitely. We're a community first and foremost.
Okay.
We care about our members.
Ayan. May tanong ako kay Earl.
Sige, go ahead.
Ayun. Earl, dun sa convention na pinuntahan mo, what are the possible technologies that you can bring here na although borderless na, because of technology, borderless ang innovations, no? Aside from wearable, what would be the future applications that we can do? Pattern it with them.
I think that's the foundation, no? So if you just think of a truly connected world, that the mobile phone now is mostly the connection, but what if you have a connection towards where you move, what you do, all these things, no? What are the applications of that? It's even like a connection not to human beings but to other types of non-human beings like robots. Maybe meron nga a connection to your dog, parang ganyan, no? So now if your dog is lost, where do they go? So a lot of things are available now, and what we need talaga is what are the biggest problems in the Philippines that some of these technologies can really solve. And some of that kunyar are in the disaster related areas. Some of them definitely in education. Some of them in just in agriculture, which I think are huge. And healthcare is another one because, unlike sa US na everybody now is mandated to get health insurance, dito, people have to take care of their health more because it's a at-pay environment.
I remember technology kasi parang jacket. And what they do is parang it simulates hug. I'm not sure if you heard about that. Para, ano ba, yung girlfriend mo from,
pang long distance relationship.
Send you a message
siguro,
over the GSM system and then, for some reason, na-apply dun sa jacket. And then, yung jacket mo sumisikip.
We call that
like a hug.
Wearable technology.
That's wearable technology.
You could really wear it, tama, that's true. Practical is like your remote monitoring of healthcare, parang ganun. Other side of it.
Diba? Makakagawa na tayo ng isang invention. Anyway, it's already 11:02.
Ang bilis.
Hindi sila pagtanong.
Baka may tanong ka, sige, pwede pa. One question siguro.
From the audience.
Actually, I just want to ask for some advice.
Sige.
What
Dian
can
Lablay
we
pa.
do?
Si Paul, the master pitcher.
Go.
What's the question?
What can you do to what?
Advice for
To help the society.
Help the society.
I mean, basically, because we are about to graduate. What are the things we can do, or some piece of motivation
for all?
Ano yan, to get a job?
Words. No.
Overall.
Life coach ka ngayon, Paul.
Life coach.
To do the impossible, you have to see the invisible.
Okay.
So what that means is, many startups start as an idea, or as a dream, as a vision, and it's only something that you can see, but it's invisible to everyone else. And since it's invisible to everyone else, they think it's impossible to do. But you have to see that because you see it in your head, it is possible. And through hard work, through learning, and really through a little bit of praying and luck, you can be like us here. We're not anomalies. This is not, we don't want to be the only ones. When I look at you guys are the future of the country, and I hope you stay in the country and you join a startup. I think the route is often going to a corporation, but I feel the best way to learn after college is to join a startup so you can see what it really takes to build the business that you guys all want to build in the near future. So, see the invisible to do the impossible.
Okay, nicely said, Paul. And with that note, may habol ka pa.
Meron habol si Christian
sige,
Guevara.
okay,
Christian, madali.
Hi. So my question is, can you cite one startup that changed the world into a better place?
Madami.
I mean,
Google?
Wikipedia.
I mean,
If you look
the
at
one that gave so much impact.
Google,
Amazon, eBay, Facebook. Yeah. All these.
Cisco was a startup before.
Hewlett Packard.
When you look at the companies, when you look at the technology that you're using now,
That
all
was a
changed the
startup
world.
before.
These are all startups, and I think Google is really the best example because, now you have information at your fingertips, and we are not in the modern age anymore. We're in the information and knowledge age, and what that means is someone in Kenya, someone in Mindanao has access to all the knowledge in the world through a device like this.
Ayan.
That's game changing.
Okay, that will be their status in their Facebook. So what? yung invisible. Anyway, Alvin.
Okay, sayang. Kulang yung oras natin. It's always this way. Parang lagi tayong bitin sa oras.
Okay,
Anyway,
then.
if we have an opportunity next time, maybe we can have them again in the program. In the meantime, magpapaalam na po kami. Wala na po kaming oras. Arnie, maybe you can say your goodbyes to anyone.
Sa Saturday ulit, dito sa Kalibre, dito sa Bigatin ulit, sa Saturday. Nandito ulit tayo.
Okay.
Thank
Next
you.
Saturday, in behalf of Den Makaranas, ako muna pansamantala, pagpasensya na Alvin Barcelona. Until next Saturday, same time, 10 to 11 a.m. in the morning, Bigatin. Philippine Standard Time, 6 minutes after 11 a.m.
Inquirer Radio. Inquirer Radio. 990 AM. 990 AM.
Mga kabataan, power up